It's time to live your stronger life. Hey, I'm Sammy, physio coach and nutritionist, and your hype girl for creating your stronger life. Here, we ditch the quick fixes and build real strength inside and out. So whether you're here to tone up, drop the body fat, build muscle, mental resilience, or ditch the diet culture, or just feel bloody good in your skin, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. Hello friends, welcome back. I hope you've all been having an amazing day so far. So in today's episode, this might ruffle a few feathers, but we are diving into one of the biggest myths in the nutrition world, the dreaded 1200 calorie diet in order to tone up. Because for some reason, everyone thinks that you just need to eat 1200 calories in order to lose weight and to tone up. I don't know where the 1200 calorie magic number has come from, but somehow that is the magic number that every damn lady thinks that they need to eat in order to tone up. And here's the truth. For 99% of you, 1200 calories is just not enough. It is not needed to go that low. Not for most women, not for sustainable results, and not for a strong, healthy, energetic, and toned body. So in this episode, I'm going to be breaking down where this 1200 calorie idea even came from, why it might actually slow down your progress, what happens to your body and your mindset when you chronically undereat, and what to do instead so you can fuel your body properly, you can burn body fat, you can build the muscle and feel good about doing it. Okay, so first of all, where did 1200 calories even come from? Well, maybe it came from early medical research where they were estimating minimum energy intake to prevent malnutrition in women who were sedentary. That is my best guess of where it came from. Now, I'm going to repeat that. It came from studies saying the minimum to survive, not to thrive. It's an amount that keeps your body running at a bare minimum level. It's like having your phone on low battery mode all the time. But ladies, you are not a phone. You are a human being who moves, thinks, trains, works, stresses, laughs, looks after kids, looks after little tiny human beings and family members and cooks and cleans and drives and has your own personality and your life. You need energy to live, not just to exist. And ideally, you are not sedentary. Therefore, this nutrition intake is also not needed for you. So let's look at what happens when you chronically undereat. Now, yes, your metabolism slows down. Now, it's not like your internal organs slow down per se. Like metabolism is a bit of an overarching term, right? But basically your body adapts to survive on less energy. It makes fat loss harder over time because it's trying to prevent the process. The longer you are in a calorie deficit, no matter the size of your calorie deficit, it is a stress on the body and the body does not like it. The body likes homeostasis, which means it likes to stay in exactly the place where it is right now. That is why when you're hot, you will sweat to cool yourself down. When you're cold, you will shiver to heat yourself back up. Have you noticed when you're exercising, your body needs more oxygen, so you'll start puffing and panting more. Your body is constantly dialing up and dialing down the thermostat on all different metrics within the body in order to maintain this homeostasis. Okay, so it does not like change. And when we are doing a diet phase, we're in a calorie deficit, that is putting a stress on the body to adapt to drop the body fat, right? So if you do it for quite a long period of time, or you do it very excessively, like 1200 calories, your body is going to try and fight back a lot quicker than it would if you did it in a more not so brutal to your body way, or implemented diet breaks and refeeds and things like that, which I like to do as well. So the metabolism slows down, your body adapts, it gets better at using less energy to do the same activities day to day. You will also move less, you will fidget less, your brain power will slow down. Every little bit and bob that you do throughout the day that you don't realize, all the subconscious activity starts to decrease as your body is trying to conserve energy. So that's where we say your metabolism slows down. It's more about your total daily energy expenditure subconsciously slows down. Your hormones take a hit, especially in women. Low energy can throw off your thyroid, your reproductive hormones, your cortisol balance, your mood, your emotions, like your ability to tolerate shit when shit hits the fan. You're not able to, you have less mental resilience is the better way to put it as well. You lose muscle, not just fat. When calories are too low, your body will start to break down lean muscle tissue for energy, which then also lowers your metabolism even more because muscle is a very active tissue in the body. It utilizes more calories. So the more muscle you have, the more calories your body just burns even at rest. Your cravings will also skyrocket. So that's not a lack of willpower. It is your brain screaming for more energy and for more nutrition. And so it gets harder and harder to stick to your diet, and more risk of you blowing it all out and having huge binging episodes as well. And then, like I mentioned, your energy and your mood drops. You're going to feel tired. You're going to have brain fog. You're going to be irritable. You can get lightheaded. You can get dizzy. And your training sessions are going to take a plateau and get a huge hit because you're not able to train as hard in your sessions anymore because you are incredibly underfueling yourself. You may lose a lot of weight at first, or some weight at first, but you're likely losing more muscle than you are body fat. You're going to look skinny fat. You're going to feel like shit, and you're going to be unhappy. You'll hit a wall physically and mentally because your body just doesn't have enough fuel to function. And then it takes time to rebuild and recover from that. It is a very big stress on the body. And the scariest part is the longer you do it for, if you push through those cravings and you just stick to those really low calories, you get really adapted to those low calories to the point that it can almost become like an estimated maintenance for you because your body is so adapted to it. And it can be really uncomfortable to bring the calories back up afterwards because you're so used to eating so little. Your digestive system slows down, your appetite slows down. You can get really scarily adapted to it that it's actually, you've got to push your comfort zone and push your mental mindset of I cannot eat more. You have to push your body through that in order to actually reverse diet and come out of it, which can be really scary for a lot of ladies to have that change. But I promise you, 1,200 calories for a long period of time is not reasonable, not a good idea. I just think it's absolutely not necessary in 99% of cases for ladies in order for them to drop the body fat. And yes, it will be necessary for some ladies if you're very small, little muscle mass, if you're already sedentary, which you shouldn't be sedentary, but in some cases it is, admittedly, 1,200 calories is what you're going to need, but for most ladies it is absolutely unnecessary. And even if it is necessary, it's for a short period of time, 6-8 weeks. You don't want to be dieting for any longer than 12 weeks without at least having a maintenance break in the middle. Like you've seen bodybuilders, you've seen me in my comp journey. I personally do a reverse diet. Some ladies will do a recovery diet where they jump straight up to their maintenance calories immediately. I like the reverse diet process. I think it's just a little bit more gentler on my tummy, and my appetite adapts along the way a lot nicer, where we just gradually build the calories back up. But as well, it's a recovery process. My energy levels are slowly increasing, health parameters are slowly increasing, slowly introducing new foods, bringing up the food very slowly, and that's from extreme dieting. So if you're eating 1,200 calories, ladies, that's an extreme diet. It's going to take a little bit of time for your body to recover from that properly as well. And it doesn't need to go through that process. You don't need to go that extreme. So therefore, you shouldn't have to go through such an extreme reverse and recovery phase either. So here's the thing. Your body's burning energy 24/7, even if you're not training. So you don't, it's not like I exercise X amount, so I need to eat X amount. So if I don't exercise, I just don't need to eat. It's not how it works. Your body is burning energy 24/7. You've got your basal metabolic rate, which is your body's energy needs just to stay alive. You've got your non-exercise activity energy expenditure, which is where you're walking, fidgeting, doing life, getting dressed, going to work, all that jazz. Then you've got your exercise energy expenditure, which is your workouts, your steps, your purposeful movement. And then there's also the thermic effect of food, because it actually takes calories to digest your food. It takes more calories to digest protein, and then carbohydrates, and then fats as the last one as well. And for most women, that total can easily add up to anywhere between 1,700-1,800 calories, all the way up to 2,300-2,500 calories just to maintain a healthy weight and lifestyle. And if you're training 3 to 5 times a week, you're trying to build strength or muscle, you want to be toned, I promise you 1,200 calories is simply not enough. Even if your maintenance calories was 1,800, you can easily lose body fat on 1,300 to 1,400 calories. You don't even have to go to 1,200. Your body needs to perform, recover, and if you want to change shape, you need to be building muscle. And you cannot build lean, toned muscle without fuel. And you cannot keep losing fat if your metabolism slows all the way down to a bloody crawl and you get adapted to that 1,200 calories. But never fear, my ladies, if this is you and you are stuck on those sad low calories, then I can help you, and this is what to do instead. So what's the fix, right? It's not about eating more junk or just going out and having as much food as you need or whatever. It's about eating enough of the right stuff in the right balance in a process that works good for you. So ideally, start tracking what you eat right now. Be super duper accurate, because do you know, funny enough, you may actually think you're eating 1200 calories. You're probably not actually eating 1200 calories. Like, you know how many people actually overestimate or underestimate the food calories that they're having. So your tracking may be inaccurate too. But first, track everything that you have and really dial in on the exact number so you really know. Then we're going to gradually increase your calories by 100 to 150 every 1 or 2 weeks, focusing on protein and whole foods. I mean, once you hit your protein target, which I'll tell you in just a second, but you're going to hit your protein target, and then you're going to continue to increase your calories from carbohydrates and fats. Don't just keep increasing your protein over and over and over again. It's like hit your protein, then spend the rest of your calories on carbs and fats, so you're getting lots of important nutrients in your body. Now, as you're increasing the calories, you're going to have the ability to have more food freedom, yes, but it still doesn't mean go and have whatever the hell you want, all the junk and all the crap. Like, yes, include the fun foods 100%, but still have a mostly whole food diet. Now, I mentioned protein, so aim for, look, honestly, as a nice quick rule of thumb, 1 gram per pound of body weight is like a really good rule of thumb, which is close to like 2 grams per kilogram of body weight kind of vibe, give or take a little bit. Look, honestly, quick rule of thumb, even quicker rule of thumb than trying to do any brain math, I say to most ladies, anywhere between 120 and like 150 grams of protein per day is plenty. I would say for 95% of my clients, I'm programming between 120 and 140 grams of protein per day. That would probably be the most common area that I would do it. So anywhere between there, and you're going to be off to the races at a really good starting point. And then you're going to spend the rest of your calories on carbohydrates and fats, healthy foods, lots of whole grains, lots of fruit, lots of veggies, things like avocado, nut butters, olive oil, salmon, eggs, like cottage cheese, yogurts, whole grain, you can have any pasta you want, any rices, potatoes, breads, like oats, all the good stuff, everything. Have a nice big variety, and every 1 or 2 weeks you're going to gradually increase the calories, and as your weight will either stay the same or it may creep up a tiny little bit, which is normal. It's going to need to increase a little bit because we're increasing the amount of food that's going into our system. We're increasing our carbohydrates. And as we increase the carbohydrates, you're going to then store those carbs in your muscles, which is a good thing. And when you do that, you're also going to bring more water into your muscles. Very good thing. It's going to make your muscles look full and bubbly and strong. So we actually want the carbohydrates and the water in our muscles. It's a good thing. But that can make the scale go up a tiny little bit, which is totally fine. And once you do that initially, sometimes it takes like a week or so just for your body to kind of like recalibrate, and then it settles back down after that initial spike in more food. But that's fine. It's not body fat. 100%. If you're adding 100 calories per day, it is not body fat. It is purely all those things that I just mentioned before. And then finally, within all of that, we want to lift weights. Strength training helps preserve lean muscle, keeps your metabolism high, and it also is what's going to make you look toned and strong and get rid of that skinny fat look. The goal isn't to eat as little as possible when you're dieting. It's to eat as much as possible while still seeing progress, so you have more wiggle room to move as your body inevitably adapts. The diet industry has sold us on the lie that eating less is always better. You need to eat less and move more in order to drop body fat, which is so far from the truth. Your worth isn't tied to how little you are. Do not celebrate if I didn't eat all day, I skipped all my meals, I'm so amazing. No, you're not. That is not a slay. That is not something that you want to be sharing with the world. That is embarrassing that you are still living in the 2000s and not fueling your body properly. Strong is the new skinny, fueled is the new disciplined, and sustainable is the new sexy way to get strong, toned, and confident as heck right now. Your body thrives when it's fed not starved, and you would be absolutely amazed how different you will feel when you start doing this process properly and stop just trying to eat as little as possible, cutting the portions in half, going, oh, I'm just going to skip meals and then eat nothing but lettuce and chicken and then hating my life and then wondering why you're still skinny fat and not getting any results. So if you've been stuck on 1200 calories, ladies, it's fine. Like, we've all been there. We've all done it. But let this be your permission slip to start eating more, to fuel your body and finally feel alive again. You will be so shocked how much better you will feel in your body when you start fueling your body properly. Even in a calorie deficit, you can fuel your body properly. You will be energized, you will get stronger, you will get more toned, you are going to build muscle, you are actually going to get the body that you want and live the life that you enjoy with your family. You're not going to have to keep cooking different meals to your family because you can't fit it within your calories. You can have your meals with your imagine how much your kids are going to love having the same meal as you at dinner time. It's one of those things where you got to trust the process and do it. Close your eyes, keep going, follow the plan, not your mood, not your emotions, and just keep going. And I promise you, it gets amazing results, but you do have to have the right game plan in place. Cough, cough, ahem, ahem, go apply to be a part of Project Live Strong, and I shall coach you through this journey because it's scary to do it alone and it's hard to push your comfort zone, but having a coach in your corner to push you and guide you in a way that you know you can trust that they're not going to let you get all flabby and fat, and we're going to make sure you're looking toned and amazing, then yeah, you can go jump on my Instagram and message me Live Strong and I'll see how I can help. But anyways, if this episode hits home for you, please share it with another lady who needs to hear that eating more isn't failure, it's freedom, and it's how you're going to live a stronger life. And as always, remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being 1% better every day. And thank you for listening. Thanks so much for listening. If you found this episode valuable, please rate, review, and subscribe. And I'd love if you shared this on your Instagram and tag me, Sammy_livestrong. And if you'd like to learn more about my coaching and join the Project Live Strong family, please message me Live Strong on Instagram and I'll see how I can help. I'll see you next time.